Ooh, yes, it is in fact the Bonanza of the Extraordinary. Welcome. All I have to do now is actually get everything sorted. I think everything is mostly sorted. The controller is present. The game is beginning. The notifications have been sent. And the heart emoji of, I think that's Totoro, or I don't know what the character's name is, but that is that. Unless the character is Totoro. I'm not sure. I'll hold my hands up. I've never seen that one. I've never seen any of them, to be honest. The only sort of Studio Ghibli bit I've really been exposed to, sort of directly, would be the old Ni no Kuni. Because that is, I believe, also Studio Ghibli. And I really want to watch the Ni no Kuni film. Now that I've discovered there's a Ni no Kuni film. I never wanted to watch it before I knew it existed. It's funny, that, isn't it? Strange how that one happens. When I didn't know it existed, I didn't really care to watch it. But now I know it exists, it's like, yeah, no, I really want to watch that. I want that. Anyway, welcome, Mr. Bluebush. I take it, are you shocked and appalled at my lack of Ghibli knowledge? Because I don't necessarily blame you. It's one of those things I really ought to watch, because it's kind of... It's cool-looking Japanese animation, fun times. And as I say, I absolutely adore Ni no Kuni and Ni no Kuni 2. And I very thoroughly look forward to, hopefully, I believe it looked like it suggested it was on the cards, I thoroughly look forward to a Ni no Kuni 3. Because, as I say, they're very enjoyable games. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Ni no Kuni 3, because the difference in combat between Ni no Kuni 1 and Ni no Kuni 2 is quite dramatic. Ni no Kuni 2... Yes. Yes. Yes, Kuni. Yes, indeed. Clearly a reboot is entirely necessary. But Ni no Kuni 1 was a very unique gameplay where you were controlling a little sort of minion creature. More so than necessary. Or you had a minion creature and you sort of controlled it and you sort of controlled you. And it was a very odd gameplay, but quite compelling and quite enjoyable once you got into it. And then Ni no Kuni 2 is far more, a little bit disappointing in some ways, but it's far more sort of standard action RPG fare, where you have a character and you go, "Hello, Mr. Enemy. I'm going to twat you until you die. Are you happy with this?" "I'm happy with this. This is the scenario I am born for." And so it's just pretty standard fare. There's a few extra interesting oddities. The whole sort of summoning higgledies, which is quite nice. They are quite a peculiar design. If you ever want to look up something sort of cute, adorable, but slightly peculiar, higgledies from Ni no Kuni 2. I think they were exclusively in Ni no Kuni 2. I don't remember them in Ni no Kuni 1, but you never know. So it will be intriguing to see what they do with Ni no Kuni 3, because you never know, it might be something even more different. They may go somewhere else entirely with it. And I look forward to seeing that. And also, as I say, there is a Ni no Kuni movie, and I wouldn't mind watching that as well, because I figure if I enjoyed the games, I'd probably enjoy the film. So that's nice. Anyway, after all of the Ni no Kuni talk, and having to say Ni no Kuni several times in a row, how are you, Mr. Bluebush? Are you doing well? How is your Orc Commando? Ah, the Malice Penguin. The Penguin of Malice. Right, I'll tell you what, we'll do our 5 count and see if anything new turns up. I'm in the time of my life. That's your 4. You did a backpack. Yes, I saw your backpack, and it's ridiculous. It's a backpack. You could just splashed a bit of paint on. But no. Highlights, lowlights, midlights. I liked Can't Sleep's comment. It's better than my backpack. My backpack's a real backpack in the real world. I'm embellishing slightly, but that was the fundamentals of it. But yeah, it was an impressive backpack. Let's just put it that way. So it will be interesting to see the remainder of the Orc. I'm assuming the backpack is the Orc Commando you mentioned previously. I'm loosely assuming that, but it will be interesting to see precisely how the rest of him fares, because I do quite like Orcs, so I am genuinely slightly looking forward to it. I don't know, is that peculiar? I don't know, maybe, but I'm looking forward to seeing this Orc fella, because I do have a slight. Okay. I've slightly hovered on this thing because, yeah, I mean, whatever they've used as the eye looks almost like a googly eye. Now, I don't think it would be a googly eye, because I don't think googly eyes exist in this world, but it does look quite a lot like a googly eye. And then the mouth is bunting, which is an incredible choice for teeth, but it does have the sort of, with both the googly eye-esque thing and the just row of upper teeth, it does have such a derpy looking face, or what I assume to be face. I've just realised it's not meant to be teeth, is it? I'm looking at it wrong. It's fine, it's not a problem, but I am looking at it wrong. It's meant to be reins. Yes. Are those teeth or just right? I think they're meant to just be reins. See, I think you saw it before I did. But yeah, they're meant to be reins. So he's meant to be riding the horse. I did not see that. I saw those as teeth and the big googly eye. So I saw a sort of derpy looking monster. And yeah, the rest of it is sort of quite good horse shape. But then I don't know if I fully agree, because they're dartboards, but they equally look quite a lot like wheels. And I don't know of a horse that runs on wheels. So it is strange. Talking of horses and their teeth, as you have just done, I discussed the other week, I think it might have been last week or the week before, not sure, but I discussed the other week that they had the phrase champing at the bit, I think, in this one, I believe. I might be wrong, but I think it was in Dragon Quest Builders 2. Champing at the bit. And I thought, that's strange. I always thought it was chomping at the bit. And I ended up looking it up. It was one of those idle thoughts where I was sat down of an afternoon and I suddenly went, you said you were going to look up champing at the bit. Oh, yeah. I didn't. Do you want to do it now? Yeah, go on then. And I looked it up. And so apparently the origin of champing at the bit, because it is, they were right, champing at the bit. The reason it's called champing at the bit is because they're not technically trying to chomp on the bit inside their mouth. What they're doing is gnashing their teeth in excitement. And to gnash your teeth is to champ your teeth. And so they're not, strictly speaking, doing anything specifically. They're not really biting on the bit, I think is the point. They're grinding, and that's why it's champing, because champ means to grind. So if you were unaware of that, I've explained it in a quite poor fashion, I fear, but it is still, nonetheless, it was moderately interesting to me, I found. It may not be interesting to anybody else, but it's one of those age-old ones where I got the phrase wrong, and I wondered why. And so I looked it up. And so Veldin's 5th night on Skelkatraz draws to a close. He dreams of burning bones, locked doors, and blocked tunnels, of everything that stands between him and freedom. And he dreams of all his friends on the Isle of Awakening, anxiously waiting for him to come home. And then morning came. Yeah. I beg you, bone-eyed bludgeons, it's time for morning roll call. It's fine, I can probably go to the roll call.
I've no idea what you boners have been up to, but the warden is not best pleased. Something tells me you're going to find out why they call him the Priest of Pain today. Drag your lazy bones over to the yard and get ready for an earful.
Oh, damn. Does he know? Does the warden know? That sounds like a song. I feel like there is a song there that I'm thinking of. And I think it's Does Your Daddy Know or something? Can't quite get the song in my brain though. But does the warden know what we've been up to? I'm not convinced, but... Oh shit, I ate my salad. I did not mean to eat my salad. Go, Maroth. Go, do the weeding. Yes. He's chasing down all of the grass plants. Hello? There's a chance for destruction in this room. I'm gonna fuck up your boxes. Out of interest as well, if you're still present and keyboard in the keyboard area, where are you off to, Malroth? Oh, you're going to get that. Fair enough. Good for you. What is your orc commando in aid of? Apart from possibly just a lovely paint. I don't know. Perfectly viable to be that simple, but I don't know. I didn't know you were particularly up on your Warhammer. Some game called Hug Team. I assume that's Kill Team. But yeah, that's the skirmish one. I was slightly tempted to get figure out getting some kind of orc team for that myself, but haven't really gotten around to it. Plus, you know, having to purchase more miniatures is probably unwise, considering I have quite a lot of them.
Well, if it isn't 6207, what are you doing here? This is the hole, you know. No visitors allowed.
More miniatures, yes. Well, arguably, I've already got a boatload of Space Marines, so I'm assuming in my myriad of Space Marines that I have available, I could probably source a kill team of Space Marines, but I need to try and figure out how best to sort of do the adaptions or the kit bashing that I want to do. I need to figure out how best to do that because I've got a specific theme in my brain, and so I would like to try and explore doing that and figure out how best to put the extras on there, and etc, etc. But I could possibly try and make a kill team out of those, which would be quite interesting. Your blundering boneheads have really done it now. Get to the chopper. We spent the day after day breaking our backbones to rehabilitate you, and this is how you repay us. You'll be lucky if I ever forgive this treachery. Now get yourselves to the field. The warden wants to speak with you. Oh, were you not the... Am I confused? I don't know. I may have gotten my voices confused. 6207, 6208. Are your legs broken? Why can't you be like the others and just follow orders? Off to the field with you both. Now. No, I think I'm okay, because I think the warden must be the priest. Which I suppose arguably they did call him the Priest of Pain, so that makes a degree of sense that it is in fact the priest. Yes, there we go. That's alright. I got it right. Numbers 6207 and 6208, you're late. Everyone gather before me at once. I still have my 1,000 torches. I say 1,000, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have my 8 torches. You kept saying you needed more torches, but then you kept planting them around me like a bellend. Fuck you. Good. It is with great disappointment that I must reveal that one of you was up to something most sinful last night. I promise, whatever you heard, I was not doing it. That wet slapping sound was definitely not coming from my cell. A certain periodical was found in Block 3, the kind that might even lead the most innocent disciple into temptation. If any of you knows who the book belongs to, now is the time to come clean. Conversely, should no one own up to it, you shall all be thrown in the hole. Who is the owner of this book of blueprints? Confess. Arguably, that is still technically a pornographic novel, isn't it? Because that felt like what they were suggesting. I realise maybe just that's my dirty mind thinking of it. But I feel like they were suggesting it was something of a unsavoury nature. And then they go, no, it's a book of blueprints. But if you think about it, because blue means sort of dirty, I think. Basically, that's roughly what it goes for. If you watch a blue movie, that's a porno pic, essentially. So what they've done is they've gone, we've got a catalogue of blueprints, a booklet of blueprints, or brochure of blueprints, whatever he called it. So it could just be a porn magazine. There you go. Welcome, Chester. Welcome to the porn conversation. Do feel free to hang around and enjoy the porn conversation. How are you, Mr. Chester Phoenix? Are you doing anything particularly majestic? Have you sorted out the Scots and possibly kept the Baltic? Have you ticked that ball box that allows you to take them? And possibly gotten further in Towers of Arise, I suppose. That might be the one that's taken the most attention at the moment. Nobody. I suppose it must have appeared out of thin air then. It seems you all require some time to think. Very well. Today's labours are cancelled. The guilty party should reflect on their actions and consider if they will beg for forgiveness or take their secret to the grave. What do I do, Malroth? Do I admit that it's my dirty magazine? I thought he heard you rummaging around the toilet again. No, they'd never hear me rummaging around the toilet. I stealth rummage. Seems like the warden has no idea what you got up to last night. For a second there, I thought the game was up. Why are these guys getting all hot and bothered over a book of blueprints anyway? It's not like we could make anything big without them noticing. Well, whatever. More importantly, what happened to last night? Did that gross little gooball spill the beans? You've got a point. This probably isn't the best place to talk. Let's head somewhere a little more private. Come with me. Fair enough, I will come with you, Malroth, to your private area. Don't worry, son, I won't judge you. Oh, I can't punch the wood! God damn it! Suppose I should be doing that in a private area as well. Should never punch the wood in public. You'll get arrested. Hey, Malroth, you want to talk in there? Right. We should be safe to talk here. Would you mind explaining why you think it's okay to engage in idle chit-chat in front of my storehouse? So, come on, out with it. What did you get up to last night? No kidding, Brownbeard's alive, huh? The old guy's tougher than he looks. And you found a letter from an escapologist extraordinaire in a tunnel to the crematorium, eh? Man, you always get to have all the fun. I want to explore those dank dark tunnels, too. No, anything but... Oh, I don't know who that's meant to be. Oh, I think it's that man over there. I can't remember his voice, because he's just a random fella. Although I think the blonde hair, was the... G'day. No, anything but that, mate. It's dark and dangerous and full of dead bodies. I should surely die from fright. Huh? What's going on over there?
Listen, you. The warden's picked you out for crematorium cleaning duty. Now getting out of it. Don't stop scrubbing till you're nothing but skin and bones.
The crematorium? That's where you went yesterday, right? Let's see if we can't do our lily little friend here a favour. Okay, so apparently we want to take over his duty to clean out the crematorium. That doesn't seem like a good plan. I'm sorry. Did I hear you correctly? You two are interested in visiting the crematorium? There has been no CK3. Although in the last game we did become feudal empire. Oh, so now we can invade anyone who doesn't believe in the glory of Rod. Now is that as in a Rod, or are we looking at the name Rod? So that your god is called Rod. Or was that a misclick? And it was supposed to be the glory of God. and it just happened to be the glory of Rod. I'm very interested in your religion that is dedicated to Rod Emu, yeah. Also, Denmark founded the Kingdom of Norway, and I began the Empire of Russia's expansion in Sweden. Wow, okay. I think they were trying. Oh, Rod is the name of a Sloviansky god, is it really? Wow. Nice. I suppose, arguably, I've learnt something today, but I still can't see anything other than the idea of, you know, you will face the glory of my Rod! Or, you know, a person called Rod. I'm sorry, mate. Did I hear you correctly? You two... Oh, wait. You two are interested in visiting the crematorium? Why on earth would... I mean, of course you are. It's a wonderful place. Here, I have an idea. Why are you going my place? Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you so much, mate. You don't know what it means to me.
Well, if it isn't 6207 and 6208, fancy yourselves bona fide crematorium cleaners, eh? Yes, of course the door to the crematorium's locked. We can't have any old bonehead going in there. But don't think you'll get out of your job that easily. Ask the jailer near the entrance for the key. He loves nothing more than letting prisoners enjoy a spot of bone breaking. Head out of this gate and keep going straight on. You'll reach the crematorium in no time. Now get going.
Cool. Well, that was easy. All I had to do. Unfortunately, you're yet to make a joke about me bringing the fury of Rod. Oh, tut tut tut. For shame that you have not emphasised the glory of your Rod. You always need to do that at all opportunities.
What are you two doing wandering around willy-nilly? Get back to the fields or I'll have your heads. Are you pulling my leg bone? You've actually volunteered to clean the crematorium? I'm impressed. Most humans hate touching dead bodies. The numbskulls give a right fuss when it's their turn for cleaning duty. But you two have got some real backbone.
You have to word it well, I see.
You can open the door with this key. Get down there and pick up all the bars of bones in the incinerator. Don't try anything funny. I've got my eye socket on you. Be sure to come back and report to me when you're done.
Sweet. All we have to do now is hope that he forgets I own the key now. So we can just sort of wander around up here, apparently. Which is nice. In fairness, it is actually quite important that we are able to wander around up there, because I believe that is a path we use later on. But nonetheless, first things first. Right, that's the locked door taken care of. See what you can achieve when you've got me with you. Let's just conveniently forget to lock the door on the way out. That way you've got a route straight from your cell to the yard.
What are you two boneheads doing over there? Hurry up and start cleaning.
Looks like we actually have to go down and clean the place up. Let's get this over with. That's not a problem. I've stuck my hand in a toilet. How much worse can dragging dead bones about be? So this is the crematorium. I like what they've done with the place. The jailer wants us to smash all the bones inside the incinerator, right? Let's jump in, get the job done, and get the heck out of here. Okay, I am now allowed in the incinerator. I just have to be careful, because the evil statue is trying to kill me. It's fine. Oh, Healy-doos. Healy-doos may come in very handy. Nice one. You deal with that. You deal with that as well. Now we just have to sort of hope for the best when it comes to trying to avoid that thing. And we punch a few more. Oh no, I've fallen. Oh, okay. Oh, because they're braziers, I think. Yeah, I think they've made them out of braziers. So, there's no... Oh, there's another set of bones. Cock. Ow. So the only bits that are actually going to hurt me is when they open up those nasty things. You're on the boss of the fourth area and it's kicking my ass. Yep. Tales of like to do that. Golly, don't they like to do that. It's like I always say, ashes to ashes, bones to dust. Let's go and tell Skullface upstairs that we're done. Yes, indeed. I think that is the best. Whoa, bollocks. I keep trying to avoid it. And I did once. Hold on. I think I get it now. They're going to use those bones to add their numbers, aren't they? The whole thing freaks me out. Does Horrigon really get his kicks from turning humans into monsters? Let's leave them down here. If they want them so much, they can come and get them themselves. Aww, but maybe I want the bones. Nicely done. Alright, let's head up and tell the guard the good news. Maybe I wanted the bones in my pocket. So we've got the door open. That means you can get out in the yard from your cell. But that won't do us much good. You're going to look for a way to open up the underground tunnels. That'd be a piece of cake if you still had your hammer. Hey, what are you two up to? What are you two up to down there? Less chit-chatting and more bone smashing. If you're already done, then drag your bony backsides back up here. Don't think I won't send you to the hole if you keep slacking off. Eventually, you are going to have to send me to the hole, because I'm beginning to think the hole doesn't exist. Because you keep threatening to send me to the hole. But no matter what obnoxious behaviour I pull, like punching you in the fucking ball bag at this point, your skelly balls, you don't actually send me to the hole, do you? Took you long enough. You better have taken care of all the bones down there. There's something fishy about you two. You're altogether too eager. Where did he threaten to send you? He threatened to send me in the hole. Residents of Skelcatras shouldn't be so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You need to let your inner skeleton come out. But don't worry, I'll find a reason to throw you both in the hole someday. Once I've punched you, that's probably excuse enough, mate. Once you've come face to face with that mad, bad, bone-crushing hammerhood, it'll soon wipe those smirks off your faces. Oh, there's a hammerhood in the hole. There you go. There's a hammerhood in the hole, huh? This is calm for a certain someone trying to always put a certain someone else in a fight. It's like, yes, that is... I suppose that is true. For the benefit of Chester and anybody else present who is unaware of this, I played a D&D character. This was probably several years ago now. At least 2, 3, something like that, maybe. Possibly even getting on 4 or 5 now. But I played a character called Brutalicus, who was a berserker barbarian. That's the phrase they use. He was a barbarian character, and I kept trying to put the monk in a hole. I can't remember exactly why, but it came up as a thing where I think it was like I wanted to know what was on the other side. And so there was a hole, and the monk was the only viable fitting party member. And so I tried to put him in the hole, I think. And then the beautiful thing that cropped up was we were given, I think, random chance on a legendary item. And I can't remember, it might have been a dice roll, it may have just been I chose a number, I can't remember precisely what the situation was. But the amazing thing, after having tried to put the monk in a variety of different holes, was I was actually given the sort of portable hole legendary item in D&D. Can't remember its exact name, but it is basically a sort of a black sheet. Essentially, it's fucking Looney Tunes, essentially. You've got like a black sheet, you put it out on the ground, and it's actually a hole. But it was a majestic situation to end up having that item as the randomly chosen legendary item. It was incredible. A hammer hood. That means something. Oi, you two, less bladgery, more drudgery. Get your bone-idle backsides back to the farm. I will, fine. I'm going to get to the farm. But yes, Malroth. Unfortunately, he's not the brightest bulb in the living room. And why you've got more than one bulb in the living room, I'm not sure. But I don't know. You may just want extra light, I suppose. In fairness, actually, I've just realised we've got 1, 2, at least 3 bulbs in our living room as it is. But nonetheless, he's not the brightest bulb in the living room. He's trying, bless him, though. He's trying, because he is working it out. If there's a hammer hood in the hole, we might be able to get ourselves a hammer. Huh, what's going on? Is it nap time or something? Hey, sleepyheads, mind explaining why you're all slacking off while we're breaking our backs, smashing our bones? The explanation is simple.
These ungrateful wretches took my generosity for granted. All they had to do was admit who the book belonged to. Alas, they spurned this opportunity, and now they shall all be thrown in the hole. Yeah, about that. A few rooms short of a mansion, yes! That's a good one. That's a good one, I like that one. What would you say if you found out that book was mine and Velden's? What? Is that so? The Book of Blueprints belongs to you. 6208, is this the truth, or would you lie to me to protect your fellow inmates? Whether your crime is debauchery or dishonesty, it matters not. 6207 and 6208, enjoy your maiden voyage to the hole. Looks like the hole exists, because I have been put in the hole. Virtuous deeds shall not go unpunished here. You would... Oh, virtuous... I think that's supposed to be a skeleton after all. Virtuous deeds shall not go unpunished here. You would do well to remember as much. I have taken the liberty of confiscating all of your belongings. We wouldn't want anything to get in the way of the caretaker's special lesson. Throw them in. Where'd Jay go? He's in the hole. God damn it, they've taken my clothes off again. People are obsessed with seeing my butt-naked body. Not exactly the softest of landings, you're right, Velden. I have no clothes on. How do you think I am? So this is the legendary hole, huh? I think there's a bit more to the hole than just the wall. Reminds me of... oh, it's bloody... I've only got my little short shorts. But yeah, it reminds me of the old Crichton thing when he ends up on Earth and he's just staring at a tree going, so this is Earth. It's shorter than I thought it would be. Or something along those lines. Grrr, get ready for a bashing. What the? Is this the caretaker? Do not dawdle, my lambs. Find yourselves an empty cell before our friendly caretaker takes care of you. Ah! Run like fuck! Ah! Oh, run like fuck! Oh, I can just open that cell. There we go. I'm in the cell. Lucky you! That's one of the best sweets the hole has to offer. Enjoy your time down there. It should help you realise just how nice your old cell was. Had it up to here with the messing around. Huh? Don't understand why I said the book was ours? Oh, I mean, you could probably have a go. We're used to references I don't get at the very least. That's a fairly standard practice. You'll see soon enough. We just need to wait for them to let us out of here. Okay, well, this is... Hey, Malroth. This is awkward. Can I punch these spikes? I don't think I can, but I thought I'd have a go. Gotta be very careful. Hey, Malroth. Do you want to stand on those spikes? Hey, Malroth. Am I a little bit too close? I think I might be a little bit too close, Malroth. I'm inside your face, Malroth. You've got a horn now, Malroth. You've got a blue horn. Oh, here we go. Bash, bash, bash. What the heck is that? Right. Oh, hang on. Why, it is your new best friend, 6208. You are not alone in the hole. Oh no, you are accompanied by one of the most vicious and violent of hammerhoods. Use this time to reflect on your wrongdoings while you spend your days cowering in fear of your nefarious neighbour. Let's catch some shut-eye. It's not like we've got anything better to do. We can sleep away our worries and be ready to think up an amazing escape plan in the morning. And for some reason, I feel weirdly at home here. Maybe I'll actually be able to get a decent night's sleep for once. Velden and Malroth lay in the dark for what seems like an eternity, unable to see even their own hands. Eventually they both fall into a deep sleep. Oh, no, never mind. High Priest Hargon.
Oh. A faint voice calls out in the darkness. A voice from inside a dream. I think we've flown inside of Satan's ass. Satan's ass? You heard me. Satan's ass. So that wasn't an ordinary black hole. Interesting. I don't immediately recognise the reference, certainly. But it is an odd one. Where's that one from? I'm curious. O priest Hargon, our one true ruler. Oh, hello. The blasted builder taints your realm with his creations. And yet in other places the islands of the world begin to flicker and fade. Does our time run short? Tell us, O hellish father, when will the master of destruction reawaken? When will we be saved? Please, High Priest Hargon, if our prayers reach you, give us a sign. I'm sorry, my friend. Like all good religions, there are no signs. A little bit anti-religious, but I apologise for anybody offended by anti-religion there. But I can't help myself sometimes. We shall continue to await yours and the Master of Destruction's return to the Promised Land. O High Priest Hargon, we pray that you grace us with your presence soon. Is he High Priest Hargon or Santa Claus? Because both of them, hopefully, will grant us presents. Before doomsday is upon us, and this illusion ends. Ooh. There we go, that's the little jingle I was expecting. Wasn't expecting some Hargon nonsense. Be careful where you sleep. Oh, was that some kind of dream? What's doomsday? What's the illusion? More importantly, why am I dreaming about any of this? That's if it even was a dream.
6207, 6208.
Hey, Veldin, the guard's calling for us. Get up. What if I don't wanna? Why'd you do a little dance? I think he was supposed to actually be sort of touching me and moving me slightly to wake me up, but because he wasn't close enough, it just looked like he had a little dance.
Doing the wake-up dance. Doing the wake-up dance. I'm just gonna jiggle my arms up and down and wake you up with the wake-up dance. I'm doing the wake-up dance. I'm doing the wake-up dance. It's the only way I know to wake a person up. I'm doing the wake-up dance. Ooh, yeah. Moving my arms up and down. Moving my arms up and down. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. You have to look at me. Now you're awake. Hey. That was the wake-up dance song. It was just so shit. It's just so shit that I can't even keep a straight face now. It was that shit. Okay, it's fine. Derpy Lion. Are you alright? Just how long have we been in here anyway? That should be more than enough for your first visit. You can leave your cell now, boneheads.
Okay, looks like we can exit. Looks like the nasty man has, the nasty monster's gone. Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, I don't have a key. Darn. It's a very old video series from the Something Awful forum. Ah. There was a series of animated visitors? A series of animated visitors. Yes, they kept coming in the room, going, and moving their arms all over the place. Animated visitors. Animated videos about stories written by the fictional child prodigy, author Peasel Ward. That one is him talking about a movie he tried to make of a mission into a black hole that ends up in Satan's ass, which was never finished because at the time there wasn't the technology to render Satan's ass at the size Peasel Ward. Read it as pretzel. Peasel Ward wanted it. How fascinating. I've definitely never heard of it. I did wonder if maybe it was going to ring a bell, but that definitely does not ring a bell.
I trust you had a fun time in the hole.
It was dark, dank, and disgusting. My God, I fucking loved it. It was awesome. Wouldn't mind another night down here, honestly.
Yeah, you can pretend all you want. I didn't need ears to hear you screaming during your night terrors.
Yeah, if you say so. Where's that hammerhood, anyway? He was in the cell we just looked at, Maroff. You were there, right next to me.
Right over there. Feel free to say hello if you want. He's not much of a talker, though. More of a biter.
Okay, we can say hello. Hello. Oh, good, I can. I was going to say, that sand block is pissing me off. There's just random sand blocks in front of the cells. It's awful design. I don't know why they exist, but they do. I think maybe it was to possibly put you off understanding where you were supposed to go previously when you were trying to survive the onslaught of the Big Bash Man. But, I don't know. It's just weird having sand blocks there. Hello there, little fella. Heard you're quite the troublemaker.
Smash, smash, bash.
Hoochie-boosh! 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 A few years ago, stumbled upon it a few years ago. I read the first bit in my head and then just read the second bit out loud. Videos are all very stupid, but I love them. I mean, stupid can be quite good. I'll link the one reference in the Discord. Yes, very good. I will appreciate that. I do appreciate links in the Discord. It's always quite nice to explore other things you've never heard of. Because I quite enjoyed that one Blue Boosh you put in there. Because I've watched a little bit of Stuart Lee and I've watched a little bit of Richard Herring, but I've never watched Herring and Lee together for some reason. And I genuinely don't know. There's not a good reason. It's not like it was like Herring and Lee, not watching those. It was just one of those ones that passed me by and never really flew on the radar. But I can't deny those two sketches you put in were quite entertaining. So I might have to have a look, see if I can eventually. Usually when I say this, it takes about 5 to 10 years to actually get round to it. But maybe eventually I'll try and catch more of them. So that might be interesting at some point in the distant future, we'll see.
Smash. Bash, bash, bash.
Huh. It's just as aggressive as they say. And it looks like it doesn't understand a word I'm saying either.
Careful, you two. Get too close and you might break a bone or two. When that hammerhood gets mad, it tends to, well, destroy everything in sight. Honestly, we could really use a monster like that in our army, if we could get it the ability to follow orders into its thick skull.
Velden, that's it, the hammer. The one the hammerhood's got. If we can somehow steal that giant mallet, we could use it to smash our way off the island. Huh? Stealing isn't nice, so you'd much rather make friends with it instead? Ah, I knew you'd say something like that. We might be able to get in on sight if we use some of the monster munchies old Mom Molly gave us. Though we'll still need to unlock its cell door somehow.
Oi, what are you two playing at? You'd best get a move on unless you want to spend another week down here.
I guess we better do as the skeleton says. At least we know where to get a mallet from now. We can hammer out the kinks in the plan once we're back up top. Except we can't, because you just said we don't have the hammer. We cannot hammer out the kinks. I think the Kinks are actually a band, aren't they? Which means there is technically, if you did have a hammer, you could officially hammer out the Kinks. Hey, look at that. Oh, it's not. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was a toilet I could stick my hand in, but turns out, no. I was not allowed to stick my hand in that toilet. And that, frankly, disappoints me. Surely they could just catapult the hammerhood into the middle of an enemy army and just leave it. That's an excellent point. See, that's the problem with being all bone. You know, they may have extended craniums there, but they're all bone. No brain. Yeah? If they had a brain between them, they might have thought of that.
No wandering about.
Yes, I think I'll just have to leave. Leaving now by myself. Not being... Oh, okay, there's a second guard here. Fine.
Something up with those leg bones of yours? Or was your conversation with the hammerhead really that fascinating? Anyway, here's your stuff. You'll need something to wear during your rehabilitation after all. Make your way back to the field as soon as you've sorted yourself out.
Where's them? I get my belongings back. Because in fairness they belong to me. I will equip my pop lid. I mean, they might have a brain, but if they didn't, we wouldn't know. That's fair. Back in my rags. I'm raggedy chic at this point, I feel. I think it's back upstairs. We just do a standard day's doings. I wonder if I can get more cabbages, because I do feel like I need cabbages. That would be calcified information. Oh. I'm slightly proud. It's quite good. Would you look at that? Let's check out that treasure chest, Velden. Yeah, because they'd definitely leave a random treasure chest just lying around.
6207. Are you trying to tickle my funny bone? Get away from that chest right now. I've heard stories about your kind. You're going to strangers' houses and helping yourselves to the contents of their drawers and smashing all their pots.
Yep, that is a thing all adventurers do. And it's not just Link that does that. All of the Dragon Quest heroes do it as well. So that's he's entirely correct.
And people think that skeletons are scary. That's got the key to the cells in the hole in it. Don't even think about stealing it or I'll lock you up down there and throw it away. Now hurry up and make your way to the fields, you numbskulls.
Well, we can't access it, but we at least know where it is. So that's an improvement on our situation. The key to the cells in the hole, eh? It's very interesting information. Come on, Velding. Team meeting. Alright, bye. I need to rush. Oh, team meeting over here. This feels a bit in the open for a team meeting about escaping the prison. Hey, look where we are. The hole was right next to the yard this whole time. Well, we technically knew that because he told me off for going near it. Remember? Jeez. Oh, God. That's a bloody fucking crane fly flitting around. Bloody things make a hell of a racket. I suppose arguably it's fucking enormous. Could you just, like, settle down? Christ.
Oh, more melon!
Oh, melon. Oh, they don't really do anything. They're just a pain in the arse. He's just... Oh, settle. Settle, mate. Settle. Dude. That's a ceiling. You can't go through the ceiling. Sit down. Sit down and shut up. I think he's getting slightly pissy because he's getting caught in cobwebs. Or she. I say he. I don't know the gender of a crane fly. I imagine it's quite difficult to gender a crane fly. At the very least, you need a magnifying glass, I suspect. If we can get our mitts on that key, then we can free the hammerhead and have it smash as a part of freedom. Feels like all the pieces are starting to fall into place.
Oi, you two!
Oh, guess we better get going. I wonder how everyone else has been getting on since we've been away. Probably badly. It is a prison after all. But we still have our joyous run. Look at us. We look so happy. Oh, no, we don't look so happy because obviously we stopped running. What a feeling. Crane flies on the ceiling. Okay, now he's just dive bombed somewhere else. Fuck's sake, mate. Fuck's sake. I might have to kill you if you don't settle yourself. And if you don't settle yourself, you're going to be caught by one of them myriad spiders in here. Males are said to have a bouncy flight, and females are no-nonsense direct flight. It's a bloke. Definitely a fucking bloke, then, in that description. Fucking idiot. Do. Hello, Molly. Oh, what? 607 and 608 answer the sight for sore eyes. 608, we owe you our thanks. You saved every one of us here from torrid trip to the hole. Just thinking of you both suffering down there, it filled me with so much guilt. Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't do it for you. Oh, handsome and humble, you're a good lad now, Ross. We're all very grateful for all the sacrifice you both made. Was it really that bad in the hole? Not for Malroth. He enjoyed it. I think he legitimately enjoyed it. dark, dank, spiky, and gothic. That's Malroth all over. He loves that shit.
Speaking of which, here's a token of our thanks.
Many cabbages, yes.
Anyway, the warden's waiting for you by the field. You best not keep him waiting much longer. Come and speak to me again when you get a moment. It has been nice to catch up.
I'll turn these cabbages into ketchup. Can I put 2 cabbages in? No. I'm a single cabbage cook. I'm afraid I can only cook 1 cabbage. There is only the possibility of 1 cabbage. I'm going to wait for this cabbage, and then I might put the next one on, pop down, do the quest, and then I'll get this one back when I finally reach for the hero inside yourself. No. No idea why that suddenly sprang to mind, but still. Plus the fact that it's actually the word search, not reach. You'd want sort of reach for the sky. Climbing a mountain with your, I think that's S Club 7 or something, isn't it? No, was your time in the hall fruitful? Did the darkness seep into the very core of your being? You must be exhausted after all that self-reflection. Your rehabilitation for the day will be none too taxing. You may have noticed that we have a wicked weed problem of late. It shall be your duty to rid us of the greenery that blights the land. Channel your inner rage into your fists and tear the weeds to pieces. It was indeed S Club 7, there you go. And do not stop until the sun has set. There is no need to report to me when you are done. Your work should speak for itself. Okay, so technically, I don't think I actually have to do anything. I'm going to, because I'm a good little boy. I'm a good little boy, doing as I'm told. Good little boy, cleaning out the weeds. But also, you know, grass fibres might come in handy, so it's fine. Can I pilfer all these cabbages? I don't think I can. No. I need an actual blade to harvest cabbages. And I have not got any blades. Hey, buddy. You could do some major damage with a hoe. You should try escaping. Let's try and grab... No, punch the weeds. Well, climbing ivy or something along those lines, isn't it? I don't think it's got a specific name here, but you never know. I might be mistaken. They may have actually put in a specific name of that plant. Hey, could you give me a leg up? No, he refused to give me a leg up. It's fine. Tell you what, the only unfortunate thing about bashing this box... Yeah, I thought so. We now got a floating pick and a floating rope. That's the one. You listened to them a lot as a child. That's fair enough. It's fair enough. I think they were 90s, weren't they? So I'm fairly certain I listened to quite a lot of S Club 7 back in the day. I don't necessarily think I particularly enjoyed S Club 7 all that much, but they were everywhere, so they seeped into every fibre of my being because of the unfathomable exposure they all had.
Lovely to see you again. Don't worry about what of the silly tasks the warden gave you. He won't check to see if you're working, he just likes bossing people around. And thank you once again for saving everyone from being thrown in the hole. It's funny, the more time I spend observing you, the more I start to think getting off Skelkatraz might not be as impossible as I once thought. You've got a plan to befriend the Hammerfoot in the hole and have it open up the underground tunnels for you. So you finally met that little rascal, eh? It used to be rather fond of building, much like yourself, up until the children broke its spirit with their relentless rehabilitation.
Even more reason to set it free and get it the heck out of here. Speaking of which, give us some more monster munchies.
What? Oh dear, my supplies run dry. I'm sorry to say. It happens when you're old. I'm sorry.
Even I couldn't finish that sentence.
I gave you my last batch.
You gotta be kidding me. Well, if you can't give us any, then tell us how to make them. Velden will take care of the rest. Already made them, Malroth. You watched me do it! Again, not the brightest bulb.
Of course, how could I forget? He can make anything with the right materials. Just pop some dry grass and frog stools in a frying pan and fry them.
Well, it's because essentially I'm trying to do it without my teeth, which is difficult. Not gonna lie, difficult. And so I'm just basically making that idea of an old woman's mouth with no teeth. So
it ends up being like this. I fry them until they start spitting, and you'll have yourself some tasty treats. You can collect the ingredients you need while pretending to do whatever odd job the warden's asked of you. Once you've made some monster munchies, come and show them to me.
I have your monster munchies right here. I made them earlier. I stumbled upon the recipe by accident, because I just like fiddling and trying new things with the game.
Nicely done. Those monster munchies.
Obsessed with that crane fly again. I can hear him. I can hear him flapping around like a little cock. And I can't imagine a little cock can't flap as much as you would think. I don't think. You need quite a sizable cock to flap it, really. Anyway, it's not the point. Not the point at all.
Those monster munchies look so tasty, even I wouldn't mind a bite. Now, it won't happen every time, but some monsters will get back up after you've beaten them. That's a sign that they want to be friends. But don't think they'll wait forever. You need to give them some monster munchies quickly, or they'll run away.
Alright, we should be able to get the Hammerhood on side now. Only problem is, how do we get it to dig the tunnels if it doesn't understand a word we say?
There's also the little problem of what to do about the Hammerhood cell.
You're having deja vu. Has this been said before? I don't know. Has what been said before? This dialogue? I don't think so. Because I've not done this piece of dialogue before. Something I've said, probably. Because I constantly repeat myself, but still. Oh, how to use Monster Munchies. Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where they touched upon it when the Monster Munchies first got introduced, but now they're sort of reiterating the idea of Monster Munchies because now they're a permanent thing you can have. So once I'm off of Skelkatraz, spoiler alert, I do get off of Skelkatraz. Once I'm off of Skelkatraz, I can roam around all the other islands and start befriending monsters there and bringing them over. I think you can bring them over to the Isle of Awakening. I'm reasonably certain you're able to do that. So you can have like an army of friendly monsters on your side. And I think that's why they're sort of reiterating precisely how to use them. Because the original time, the slime was just like, hello, here, have some monster munchies. Whereas every other monster from here on out is going to be, you have to kill it, and then it will either just stay dead, or it will go, hello, I'm happy to be a friend. Now you've beaten me senseless, I'm happy to be a friend. Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
The jailers are bound to notice it's gone missing the next morning. You'll need to come up with a way of deceiving the guards.
Huh. Don't tell me you're working on an idea already. Let's hear it then. Ding! I've learnt a new recipe. Oh, golly, a stuffed Hammerhood. A cute and cuddly recreation of a cute and cuddly creature. I'm going to make a stuffed animal.
What? You're going to swap out the real Hammerhood for a doll? Of course, if the jailers think the Hammerhood is still in its shell, you can dig for as long as you like right under their noses. Well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make that stuffed Hammerhood. I think I saw an old sewing station buried under the boxes in the back of the storehouse. That should be enough for you to make your doll.
Hell yeah, assuming I have the resources required to make a doll. I do not know, is the honest answer. No, I do not. I need more cord. I need more cordial, please. I'm not drunk enough. We shall rush off and try and find more cord, which may be slightly more difficult than you would give it credit for. I mean, there is technically plenty of cord available to me. It's just sort of getting up here and getting it is the key issue. Don't know if this method is going to work as well as I would like it to. No, it's definitely not. Because it's just that little bit too unreliable. And they heal up before I can get the second one going, which makes this devilishly awkward. We'll just try and get that bottom piece and then... Okay. Well, Malroth doing that is helpful. Hey, there's my 20. Mostly because Malroth did it all for me, which, in fairness, that's what Malroth's here for, isn't it, really? Malroth is exclusively here to deal with everything I don't want to deal with and just help me out. Way! My cabbages are cooked. It looks like your cabbage is really cooked. It's a new phrase. Well, boy, it looks like your cabbage is sorely cooked. Surely cooked, even, maybe. I don't know. What's that? A leather sack? Don't know why I can build a leather sack here. It's a weird idea. Maybe eventually I'll be able to use that. Because otherwise it's just random that you can build a leather sack here. The hammerhood obviously makes sense. That's part of the questings and part of the mission. But everything else is just a little bit random. Now I collect those and get another set going. And then we will have plentiful foodstuffs.
That is a fine-looking doll you've got there. Would you mind if I gave it a little cuddle?
Sorry, lady. This thing's purely for business. We're going to switch this doll out for the hammerhood, right?
That's correct.
You're at your PC and have posted Escape from Satan's Asshole in the Discord. That is a sentence and a half. That is a sentence and a half.
That's correct. Then you can take the real hammerhood back to your tunnel to dig your way to freedom.
In that case, the only thing we need to worry about is getting from the crematorium to the hole and back.
Oi, 6207, you look like you're up to no good. Get your bony butt over here.
Are you going to give me a cabbage? I want a cabbage. I need another cabbage. I'm going to eat one of my cabbages in front of you. Look at me! I'm eating cabbage. Do you like me now, Daddy? I'm eating cabbage.
Something wrong with your joints, 6207. Inmates should run at backbone-breaking speed when a jailer calls for them. But enough of that. I've got a job for you. Some bony-fide building work. The watchtower over there has seen better days. The platform at the top has some great big holes in it, which makes keeping an eye or socket on all of you a bit risky business. Which is why you have to fix it for us. What are you talking about? Of course, the children of Hargon are... The children of Hargon jailers are allowed to ask their builder prisoners to build things. Anyway, 6207, you know the rule. No talking back unless you're praying for forgiveness or begging for mercy. So go on, climb the ladder to the top and fill in the holes with sand. Or whatever you can find around here. Hey, Felden, let's take this chance to scope out the route to the hole and back. I will do so. I do have 66 sands. I will deploy Order 66 sands. In fairness, we don't like sand. Especially not in the Star Wars universe. So it's probably quite lucky that I'm enacting Order 66 with sand. I am eradicating sand on all planets. Everyone is obsessed with the hole. Indeed. Everybody's always obsessed with the hole. Alright. That's the watchtower fixed. Good work, Felden. How are you fixing holes with sand? Well, you see, I'm using your 982,046 sands to carefully plug the hole. So you start in the corner with a little bit of glue, and then you go one more piece of sand and another piece of sand, and you just build it up and up and up and up and up and up. That first layer is very difficult, but once you've got that base layer in, you can just start sort of spreading the glue all over it and just pouring it in.
so it gets easier in time. That's why it's so rapid. Still, rubs me the wrong way how happy they are to let you build when it suits them. And to add insult to injury, we can barely see the hole from this tower. This has been a huge waste of time. I feel the glue is doing the heavy lifting. That's true. All the heavy sticking. All the sticky lifting. Oh, that made me chuckle. I think it's just the word sticky. Just the word sticky is simple enough to make me giggle. Hang on, it looks like there's another watchtower over there. That one might just give us the view of the hole that we need. Hey, what's going down, y'all? We're going down. We're going down the hole. Welcome, Mr. Malice Calabar. How be you? Be you good? Or be you salty? Because I know the X-Wing points have just come out, so you might be furious. Where's the Dragon Quest builder? He's in the heart. Here we go. Another one. Almost fell for it as a genuine question. And then, of course, realised momentarily afterwards that, of course, he's in the hole. You've technically been beaten, I fear. You were beaten by Chester to that one. Let's tell the jailer we're done with this one and head over to that other tower. Oh, there's not a sort of... I was hoping for a rapid ladder slide, but I have no rapid ladder slide, I fear. But what I do have is a tasty, tasty cabbage salad. Cabbage salad. Callads. Cabalads, maybe.
Dan, you took you long enough. I bet you boneheads were chit-chatting while you worked.
Hey, bones for brains. Is that other watchtower broken too? We'll fix it for you if it is.
Show me some respect, 6208. You do well to remember who the inmate is here. However, yes, it does happen to have a few holes in it. Go and speak to the jailer stood by that tower. Tell him I told you to fix it and be quick about it.
I will be as quick as I want to be, and I don't necessarily want to be that quick. I see, got to write up some X-Wing points changes. Well, I did specify that they were out and therefore of pertinence. I pushed the wrong button. No real surprise there, but still. Carry on punching. Keep punching everywhere. Yeah, nice. All of the sand is mine. I've got sand everywhere. They came in just as you were settling down to watch Taskmaster. Ah, yes. I do look forward to Taskmaster. I don't know when I'm going to be looking forward to Taskmaster. Eventually. Possibly tomorrow. Depends on what happens.
What are you two doing here? Alright, let's get this tower fixed and scope out the path to the hole. Oh, alright.
Sorry, I was doing an impression of a skeleton.
Who's sneaking about?
He's sneaking about. What's he sneaking about for, though? Weirdly, of course, you're probably sneaking about painting an orc. By getting an orc to tell me. Oh, has there been an update for X-Wing then? Yes! Yes, there has. They have just recently, apparently, released some points. And I'm led to believe Rebellion players, or Rebel players, would be relatively happy. They've started censoring all the swearing? That's... yeah. That's not great. Well, that depends on the swearing. They previously have censored some of the hardcore words, I think. But never too much. So, yeah. That's annoying. But I suppose they are sort of possibly... although it is 9 o'clock, isn't it? Which is past the watershed, so you'd think they'd just let it slide, but maybe they're trying to gear it down to a younger audience, perhaps, in order to get more Huns. But it's a bit of a shame that they bleep the swearing. It's quite annoying. I did watch because I downloaded a series, rewatching it, and I accidentally downloaded the sort of censored version, and it just wasn't quite as enjoyable. But what can I say? I'm a sweary man, and I like other people who are sweary people as well. I do enjoy a good swear. I swear to tell the whole truth. I swear to tell the truth, or the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Something along those lines, isn't it? And fuck yes. Fuck yes, I do. Alright, let's get this tower fixed and scope out the path of the hole while we're at it. Maybe don't shout that in front of the jailer.
6208, I've heard about your flap-happy jawbone from the other jailers. What in Hargon's name are you going on about?
As it happens, one of your fellow jailers that asked us to come here. We were told to fix this watchtower.
A likely story. Do you really think we let prisoners go around building things willy-nilly?
Fine then, but don't come crying to us when you fall through those massive gaps in the floorboards.
Why, you little... Fine. Head up to the top and fill the gaps with some sand. And don't tell the warden.
Or a dentist would say, I swear to pull the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth. Nice. Do. There we go. We fucked it up there, but I came back and picked up that sand I kept putting down. I keep pushing the wrong button, which I know is not surprising, but it's getting slightly annoying. Because I don't want to keep pushing the wrong button at all times, but apparently I've got my buttons the wrong way round in my brain, and it's surprisingly difficult to twist them back round. Okay. I was going to say, you need to be up here if we're going to assess the hole. The hole is over here. That's that taken care of. The children of Hargon really are willing to bend the rules whenever it suits them, huh? They make a big song and dance about how evil building is and then ask us to do just that. Heck, someone had to build this dumb prison too, right? Makes you wonder if any of the children of Hargon, generally, just children this time, have actually listened to a word that Hargon ever said. But never knowing that, look, Velden, we've got a perfect line of sight from the prison to the hole. Quite the view we've got up from up here. God damn it. Can't read either, which is making the whole experience devilishly shit. Looks like they've got the entrance of the hole pretty well guarded. Maybe you could use those logs sticking out of the cliffs to help you find another way in. Yes, I could go sort of parkouring my way to victory. Give that a go.
Oi, numbers 6207 and 6208, are you two done yet? Well, whenever you're finished, report back to the jailer that sent you over. If anyone asks, tell them I have no idea what you're doing.
Well, I think that is going to be quite believable, isn't it? The fact that you have no idea what you're doing. That is quite evident from everything you've done so far. Plus, it's going to be even more evident when we inevitably escape and make you lot look like morons.
Done, are you? Do it at double speed next time, you bone-idle buffoons. Well, there's still some time until dusk. Tell you what, you can take the rest of the day off. Using your free time to reflect on your worthless existence is a key part of rehabilitation after all. Speaking of which, the nights are pretty lonely on Skalcatraz.
I'm not doing anything for you, sir.
Could you make something to warm my bones? Something like a book of blueprints, perhaps?
No.
Fair enough. I don't think I'd want to look at something like that if I knew that you'd drawn all the pictures inside it anyway. But if you do happen to find one lying around, go ahead and leave it on that table over there. It'll make the night watch a lot more interesting.
I think we've got a hint as to how we dispense of the guard at night. We need to distract him with a book of blueprints. And it's just a bunch of images of the singer Prince, but sort of photoshopped blue. Well, at least now we know the lay of the land now. I'm counting on you, Velden. I wish I could go with you, but you're the one who hit the jackpot in the cell lottery. Work with that slime to bust the hammerhood out of the hole. We can flesh out the rest of the plan later on. Is there anything I'm missing? I don't think so. But we might as well talk to the other prisoners to see if they know something that I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I haven't eaten cabbages in days. When you're sure you've got what you need to put the plan into action, let's chill out on the benches like usual and wait for lights out. Okay, so I do wonder if I can get my hands on that magazine or not. I think you might be able to, but I'm not sure.
What? You're going to sneak into the hole tonight? Well, if you need help getting in there, you came to the right man. I happen to know that there's a hole that allows you access through the, hole. I think it was opened up by a falling boulder or something, but there's a great big gap in the roof above the entrance. I'll leave it to you to work out how to get up there. You're the brainy builder here, after all.
Hey, you. Thanks. Oi, oi. You're missing many things, Maroff, but that's neither here nor there. True. Oi, oi, thanks again for taking a fall for us like that. You fellas on weed clearing duty, are ya? You seem to be doing a lot more than just that, mind you. Well, knock yourselves out, innit? Here, I don't suppose you've seen old Barbara around, have ya? She's a cat. Makes her kind of hard to miss. She's my little bundle of joy, she is. Love bones, that girl does. Thinks she's a dog. Reckon she might scump it off to the old crematorium. If you happen to spot her, make sure you say hello. Oh, and let me know where she is. I'll make it worth your while. I'll give it a go. So, I hear on the grapevine that you two are planning to escape. If you ask me, it's impossible, but since you did help us all out back there, I'll give you a piece of advice. The jailers patrol the place at night, but their eyesight's terrible. They'll never notice you as long as you make sure to move when their backs are turned. Hide behind crates and crawl through the sewer canals. If you did manage to escape, you'd bring hope to everyone who's stuck on this blasted rock, so good luck. Good luck and goodbye. I wonder, can I get... Is it yet to dawn on you just how pointless the act of creation is? Gosh darn it, do you have anything?
Don't try anything funny, I've got my eye sockets on you. Don't try anything funny, I've got my eye sockets on you.
Thanks again. Thanks again for taking the fall for us earlier. The fact that you were willing to put yourselves on the line for a bunch of virtual strangers speaks volumes about how kind you are. Here's a lot token of my thanks. Is it the Book of Blueprints? Yes, it is. I was having a smashing time cleaning the cells the other day and accidentally smashed one of the other prisoners' storage chests. They were all bits of use to you. So that's the famous Book of Blueprints, is it? Let me have a closer look, will you? Maybe when I'm older? What's that supposed to mean? That screw you fixed the watchtower for was after something like that. Here's an idea. Why don't you leave it on top of the table next to the tower? There you go. They've once again implied that it is actually pornographic. Let's have a look at the item description. A special interest periodical with an especially interesting pull-out section. Sorry. I laughed at the phrase pull-out. I did it again. Oh, hang on.
Oi, 6207, where do you think you're going? Get that bony behind back where it belongs.
God damn it. Fine, I can't put it there at the moment. I will have to rest and then do it, perhaps. I don't know. It's naked ladies. Yes, it probably is. It's difficult to know for certain, though. But there is, like, 2 hearts and what looks like an H, maybe? I don't know if that's supposed to be an H or something else, but nonetheless, there is sort of 2 hearts on it, which makes you think probably porn after all. If you're done for the day, we might as well just kick back on this bench and wait for nightfall. What do you say, Veldin? Shall we wait here till the sun goes down? Yeah, go on. Right, let's put our heads together and think about our next move. And technically, it's my next move, of course, because I'm the one doing most of it, but still.
That would be enough for today. It is time to return to your cells. Collect your evening meal from the jailer on the way out. Be sure to rest well. Another day of rehabilitation awaits you tomorrow.
Tally-ho to the cabbage land.
Well, if it isn't the one and only 5932. Here, I've got a veritable feast for you.
I do hear that they say it changes when the sun goes down. Does it? Does everything change? And it's a terrible night to have a curse if the sun goes down.
6207, here's your sumptuous supper. And good evening, 6208. Enjoying your cabbage-free diet? You won't be getting any today either. Hey, 6207, do you remember our conversation about the Book of Blueprints? Whatever you do, don't you dare leave it on top of any simple tables, okay? We wouldn't want any prying eye sockets to catch a glimpse of it now, would we?
Well, I'm first going to cook my cabbage. I'm going to cook my cabbage because I do like cooked cabbage. Gonna eat some of my previous cabbage because I can replace it with this brand new cabbage. Let's all enjoy the cabbage song because it's all I've got while I'm waiting for the cabbage to cook. Oh yeah, cabbage he cooks. Look at it slowly burning in the pan. It's the cabbage cook song. When will the cabbage be? It is done. Oh, there's more sand there. I don't really need any more sand. And we place the Book of Dirty Prints. Good stuff. Probably is. That's right where the jailer said he wanted it. He won't be able to resist having a peek at those blueprints during his nighttime patrol. Should make life easier for you.
This area is strictly off limits to boneheaded prisoners like you, 6207.
Yeah, sorry, I went the wrong way. I'm supposed to be going around the long way, all the way around here and into the prison cell. And then I have to go even longer way round in order to bypass the cell into the crematorium, out of the crematorium, and finally wrap round and get in the hole. Can't help but think there's easier ways of getting in the hole, but you can't get in the hole the easy way with all of your stuff.
Nighty-night, jailbirds. Everyone back in your cells. The doors will be locked till morning, so don't bother trying anything.
Good work today, Veldin. So far, so good up for our escape plan. Tonight's the night we set everything in motion. You need to free that hammerhood at any cost. Take that slime with you. He knows this place like the back of his, back. I wish I could help, but I'll be stuck in my cell. So I'll just say this. Good luck. I might need it. But I think it's reasonably well signposted what you need to do, so it's quite useful. And with that, the jailer locks Veldin and the other prisoners in their cells. Veldin waits for night to fall. And then he laughs at the night, because he fell over. And now we just want to smash open the sand and get to the secret tunnels. Yes, here we go.
Gooey! Veldin's back. I was starting to get worried something bad had happened. What? They threw you in the hole? Those screws are such meanies. Did you at least ooze the slime to come up with a plan to escape from the island? You want to befriend the wild hammerhood and have it to help us dig through the tunnel? But that thing's crazy. You'll never make friends with it. It won't even give you the slime of day. You do look awfully confident, though. Maybe things will turn out goo in the end.
Everything turns out goo in the end. Arr, hold the port here. Good luck with everything.
Okay then, let's go to the crematorium.
I think that's just straight path here, isn't it? Or not? Yeah, no, it is. Whee! Wait. Whee! I'm just going to take some bones because, remember, I don't know whether this is actually what you're supposed to do, but I'm going to anyway. If you remember, the man mentioned his cat likes bones. His cat named Barbara. Which of course is a reference to Babs, if you were not making that connection yourself, I figured I'd help you out with it. So that's fine. That's deliciously delightful, isn't it? Right, do we actually want to go in the crematorium? No. Round the crematorium? Yeah, to the side of the crematorium, that's fine. I was confused as to precisely where the little marker was telling me I needed to go.
Hey, you unlocked the door! Great job! Now let's go over to the hole and befriend that hammerhood. Wait a minute, Veldin. Look, there's a skeleton slooper close by. We'll be thrown back in your cell if he spots us. Lucky for you, I know how we can stay out of sight. There's a great route Gottfried taught me this way.
Out of sight, out of mind. If a prison guard spots you, you'll be sent back to the starting point. You'll have to stay out of the skeleton's eye lines if you want to reach your goal. So we have to be cunning.
Come on then.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm following you, mate. Don't be a wazzock. Don't be a willy wazzock. And if you are a willy wazzock, well, you got very unlucky being born to the wazzocks and them deciding to call you Willy. So, you were shit out of luck on 2 counts there, weren't you? I suppose maybe if it's Willy Wazzock Sr. decided to call his son Willy Wazzock Jr., it might just be that Willy Wazzock Sr., he got bullied as a child, figured, fuck it, I want to carry on the cycle of torment. Will you fucking hurry up, mate? Jesus Christ, son. Do you want to just stop stopping and looking at me and just move? Hey, there's the puddy cat. Hello, Mr. Puddy Cat. Meow. Hey, isn't that Barbara? You know, the cat that belongs to the great Galoot in Block 3. He said he'd give you a reward if you said hello to her, right? Let's go ahead and do just that. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. Have some bones. Don't think it makes much difference. But I think we said hello. Or maybe I need to use the monster munchies. I don't think so, because she's not a monster, but nonetheless, let's try. I'll try salad first. Mushrooms. No. No, there's no... Use, no. Give, place, no. No, maybe you can't do anything specific then. I don't know. I don't know. I tried, but I might have failed. Down in the sewers. So far, so good. Looks like we're best off sneaking through the gutters from here. Let's take it nice and slowly. Huh? These gutters smell hideous. We're pulling off a jailbreak here, not going on a pleasure cruise. Hurry up and follow me. Well, how about you hurry up and follow me then, after all, because you're being terribly slow. You can hardly ask someone to follow you. Where the fuck have you gone? Oh, okay, interesting. Slightly concerning where you've decided to wander off. I think he just took the direct approach rather than going underneath. He just went straight across. Oh well, doesn't make that much difference, but still, I feel like if you'd been spotted, you'd have scuppered the plan, Mr. Little Slimy Boy, Mr. Gooboosh, I believe his name was officially. Yes, Blue Goosh. Oh, I got it wrong. It was Blue Goosh, not Gooboosh. This is the end of the route Gottfried taught me. We'll have to go our own way from here. Oh dear. Ding, ding, ding. Hey. Huh. I think that man's from cell block 2. Looks like we're not the only ones trying to escape. There are a load of screws patrolling between here and the hole. If we tried to sneak between them, we'd get caught in no slime, just like him. Oh, I know. Why don't you try riding on me and climbing the cliffs? I can jump super high, higher than you could on your own. My bouncy body can even keep you safe if we fall. Well, it's up to you, but whichever route we take, it's slime to head for the hole. Ride on slime. Press RB when you're next to a friendly slime to hop on for a ride. Not only can slimes jump really high, their squishy bodies will protect you from falls too. I will ride the slime. You only needed to ask me to ride the slime, and I was always going to ride the slime. I think I have to get off the slime so I can travel up there. But now I can ride the slime again! Riding the slime. Now that's slightly suspicious. I don't know if it's going to be something specific or just random sand. No, I think it's just random sand. Okay. That's fine. Why you have to put... I suppose they put random sand up there to make you go, ooh, look, that might be useful and pertinent. Looks like you'll need to jump onto those vines. Or you could always ooze some sand. Oh, that's why they put sand there. Fair enough. I'll give them... I'll let them off on that one. And build a bridge across. I don't trust the idea of just sort of jumping it, so I'm a builder, goddammit, not a jumper. So I'm going to build my way to victory and not jump my way to victory. I think we can do another one there. Marvellous. Up we go. Look at us go. We're escaping our Skelkatrat. Oh. Look at me fall down. I'm no longer escaping Skelcatraz. How could you be a jumper? Because I'm made of wool. There we go. We both knew where we were going. Oh, I think that's just the wrong way. I think we can just go pop down here. Please don't fall off. It's going to be very awkward if you fall off. That's why I'm mostly using the blocks rather than trying to jump it, because it's one of those ones where you know you're just going to fuck it and fall down, and so I'm taking every precaution. That was oozier than I thought it would be. We're right above the entrance to the hole now. I wonder what that pile of sand's doing there. Oh, I also wonder. What's the one block I can break with my hands? It's sand. So I'm sure there's no significance here. We just have to find an alternate path, don't we? No, we don't. We have to break the sand. Quite obviously, we have to break the sand. Because they already specified that there was, in fact, a hole to the hole. Goo-wee! A hole into the hole. Looks like a goo way into me. But you might hurt yourself if you drop down as you are. Climb on my back before you jump, and I'll stop you going splat. I'll give it a go, but are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? You're supposed to wait for me, you bellend. You absolute bellend. Why? I'm supposed to be riding you, you stupid slime. Why would you do that? You arsehole. Can I get you to... There we go. I can force him back up here. Whee! Boink. Nothing to report. Except a slime and a man just fell down behind me. And it's amazing how earlier on, when I went to reach for this treasure chest, he sensed I was behind him and told me off. I've just landed with a massive gooey splat on the floor, and he hasn't batted an eyelid. Not that he actually has eyelids. Is that the key to the Hammerhood cell? Great! Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 down to the hole, yes, down to the hole. Down to the hole. Down to the hole. Bam, 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 a pile of ham. Piles of ham. I have now got piles of ham, and it is unpleasant because I don't want plan. I don't want my piles of ham. Hello, Mr. Hammerhood. Let's be free. Bash, bash, bash. Here's Bashy. Oh, sludge. Seems like it's just as angry as the prisoners said. We'll have to beat it in battle first before it'll be our friend. Don't worry, I'll help. It's fighting slime. Go on. I'll do a little bit of punching. Luckily, Hammerhoods are one of the easier enemies to dodge. Now, I realise, I'm going to just say this now, I'm probably going to get hit. But they are one of the easier enemies to dodge. Because they are quite slow, and they basically just pound you with their hammer. Which is kind of their whole deal. But it does make for a slightly easier time getting around and dodging them. Now I just need to find my monster munchies. I've got a torch instead, but if you give me a moment, I can get to the monster munchies, please. Look, Veldin, there's a gratified glint in the Hammerhood's eyes. I think it wants to be friends. Go on, give it some monster munchies. I hope it likes them. I will try. Give to the Hammerhood. There's a very generous timer. It is very rare that if you are trying to make friends with monsters, that you run out of time. Because obviously, if you're trying to if you're trying to befriend monsters, you will have your monster munchies to hand, and if you aren't doing that, you don't have your monster munchies to hand, and it doesn't matter if the timer runs out. We've got a name! It's a name for a Hammerhood, so it's got to have something to do with bashing and smashing and hammers. But I'm willing to let someone, if they've got a good name, I'm willing to let someone name this Hammer hood. MC Hammer, I suppose, is a little bit on the nose. But I'll go with it if anybody else, unless that someone else has a better option. But we shall see. I shall start typing MC Hammer in, and if nobody has a better option, he is going to be permanently known as MC Hammer. Although I haven't said that. Have we? Interesting. Oh, I don't think I can put a space in. Can I put a space in? No, there's no space available. That's a shame. Go with Maxwell. Okay, I will go with Maxwell. Maxwell's Silver Hammer. I don't immediately know what Maxwell's Silver Hammer is, but I'll take your word for it that there is a thing called Maxwell's Silver Hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd coat it in silver. I'd hand it to Maxwell, and he'd do something. I don't know what he'd do with it. Probably bash something. It's kind of what you have to do with a hammer, and that's all. Bash? Bash, bash? Bash! Well, would you look at that? It's a goojillion times friendlier than it was before. Now all that's left is to put that doll in its cell. That's sure to confuse those silly skeletons. Yes, I've got my dolly here. I'll have one of those drinks on a stick, please, Dolly. That's a reference to Hancock's Half Hour for probably everybody who doesn't realise that. It's a line in probably my favourite of the episodes of the radio show, at least. Actually, it's probably my favourite of all time because I just like that sort of daftness. It was the East Cheam Drama Festival. Extreme Drama Festival, I believe it was. And they put on like sort of 3 different plays, but they were all absolute garbage plays that went horribly wrong. And it was quite entertaining. And then in the interval even, both technically mean similar things, but interval is the more traditional descriptor for the middle of a sort of plays situation. They turn around and go, "Oh yes, I'll have one of those drinks on a stick, please, Dolly." And I still haven't 100% confirmed what a drink on a stick is. I don't know whether it is like a cup that's on a stick and it is a drink, or whether it's a ice lolly, because that's sort of watery, liquidy stuff on a stick in a frozen package. But I don't know. I keep meaning to look that up. Maybe eventually, like with champing at the bit, eventually my brain will suddenly go, "Remember when you wanted to look that up? Why don't you do that now?" And I'll go, "Alright, I will." Now it's back in my brain, I might actually remember to do it, but you never know. Anyway, with that, great, the screws will never notice the difference. Now we just need to lead Maxwell back to the tunnel under your cell. Away we go! Exactly. Come on, Maxwell. To the under tunnels! Maxwell, buddy, old bean, old pal, old thing. Pretty certain that's another Hancock reference. Come on, my friend. It's time to get you to the bashing area. The designated bashing area. Okay, here goes. One last trip back to the tunnel under your cell, and we'll be all set to make our escape. Keep a close eye on the screws, okay? We can't afford to get caught now. Yes, that is true. I can't remember how we got in it. Oh, we got in here right at the top, didn't we? So I think we have to sort of... I don't know if we do the same thing or whether there's an alternate path. This is technically going deeper into the prison, not sort of... Yeah, that's going back round here, which is not optimal, but it gets me roughly sort of back on the bridge, which is reasonably useful. And yeah, we want to exit out here, and we have to go along the ground path, which is far more dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. Good job, we sneaked right under that jailer's nose. Okay, let's head over that way next and make sure the screws don't see us. Okay. They're supposed to be pretty blind as bats. Although, if they are directly looking at me, of course, they will see me. Also, if I go by a torch, they may very well see me. But whoosh. If I use my ninja run, I am Naruto! Warrior! Goo stuff! At this rate, we'll be back in the crematorium in no slime splat. He went for a double there. Should never do a double. It just ruins the sentence structure, doesn't it? You can't tell which one's which. If he's just doing every now and again one word in a sentence, it's not too bad. But when he starts fucking about with 2 words... If we can make it there without being splotted, we'll be home and dry. Come on, Veldin. We just need to retrace our steps. Just my imagination. Yes, just your imagination. I don't know if running makes much difference, but you can see the guards over there. Whoa! Whoa, I'm looking at that blueprint. Oh shit, he found me. Oh fuck. Oh well.
There you are, trying to escape. Eh?
Shit. Oh, is it really right back at the fucking crematorium? Not... The crematorium's where we need to go. You're going to have to be sneakier than that if you're serious about escaping. Be careful, that's this slime. Yes, I will try and be a little bit more careful this slime. Because, oh god, no, I'm doing it. Can you imagine if you played this game enough, the slime's dialogue seeped into your... Oh fuck, what's he doing looking... Why is he... Well fuck. I feel like I might be bucketed. I don't think I am. Well, at least not 100%, but... Yeah, he shouldn't be looking behind him. There we go. I think I can actually do it from down here, which I think is what you're supposed to be doing. I haven't said that. No, there we go. And technically, I suppose I can use the slime to jump 2 blocks if need be, but... Yeah. It's a shame. I must admit, I thought the checkpoint for this bit was actually... Do that, and then... Oh, no, they've seen me. Nah. I think I'm safe in here. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I'm safe in here. Just have to be a little bit more... I either have to be quicker or more careful. And I'm not, generally speaking, careful. So, quick is the dish of the day for me. Only a little bit further to go now. We just need to avoid the guard standing in front of the crematorium. We can sneak around him if we go through that hole in the cliffs. Always plan on going in the hole. Do. Don't always have to, but always plan to. And tally ho, jumping up here, getting above the place. I think I did this last time and it made no difference. It bugs me. Hello, cat. Are you sure I can't give you a bone or a munchie? I can't give the cat a bone or a munchie, I'm afraid. So I think we'll just have to leave the cat there, but we'll try and remember to go see the guy in the morning, and hopefully that will allow us to tell him that we saw the cat, but it's difficult to know for certain that's triggered correctly, but still. Phew, we made it, and the screws didn't even notice the thing. Alright, let's go back to the tunnel under your cell and re-gloop with Brownbeard. That's a new one. They've added gloops. I don't think you should be re-glooping. At least not for a half hour or so. But... Diddle dum bum bum. Just keep jumping, just keep jumping, just keep jumping, just keep jumping, just keep jumping. Slooper, we're finally back, safe and sound.
There you blow. Is that the hammerhead I've heard so much about? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, my boat mate.
Pipe down, Brownbeard. If the screws hear you, our boat will be well and truly sunk. Quest completed. Let's call it a night for today. Best not get greedy now. Tomorrow night we can have the Hammerhood bash our way to freedom. We can finally escape from Skelcatraz.
Smash, smash? Smash, smash. Our only fly in the haystack be that this Hammerhood don't seem to talk our language. How are we going to tell it where to use its hammer?
Veldin, go and have a chat with Molly tomorrow. I bet she'll know what to do. In the meantime, we'll stay out of sight down here. Good luck.
Right, it's Slime. You went back to your cell and put your bed back. Can't have the screws catching us now. Oh, and thanks, Veldin. I think we're finally gooing to realise my goo friend Gottfried's dream. Too much goo in that sentence again. I choked on my own goo. Ugh.
I must admit, one of the other features of this, and it's very simple, but I like the fact that you actually have to put it back and then put the bed back on top to hide it. I think that's a clever little addition that really adds to the whole vibe of this is a prison escape. I feel like they handled the prison escape very well. Anybody else played a game recently that's, they just went, do you know what? They did that level well. I think they excelled themselves with that level. Added that little extra detail that really sold it to me.
Tremble, prisoners of Skilkadraz. The Chief Inspector is among you.
I don't know. I think the Chief Inspector is someone else? I don't know. Hello, I'm the Chief Inspector of the Yard. Today I bring to you that which you fear most. Surprise cell inspections.
Oh, sludge. If they find the secret tunnel under your bed, all of our plans will be squished.
Hello, no funny business, hated humans, or you will taste my wrath. And my wrath doesn't taste very nice. It's soaked in piss. And if my men should find anything suspicious in your cells, you shall be consigned to the hole for all eternity.
Don't make any sudden movements, Veldin, or Slime will be up. Morning, 6207. Now stay right where you are, or I'm going to have a bone to pick with you. Now you've been shitting in the toilet.
Hello, jailer. What do your eye sockets see? Is that prisoner hiding anything from us?
No, ma'am.
Hello. I'm supposed to be a ma'am. Well, I'm a ma'am with a very strange ma'am voice. That's fine. We don't see voices as a definitive of sex.
No, ma'am. Chief Inspector, ma'am. Nothing suspicious to report.
Hello. Is that so? Number 6207, the would-be builder. If anyone had the wiles to try to flee this place, it would be you. Perhaps you might try digging an underground tunnel or two. I will ask you one question, and I want to answer me truthfully. Are you or aren't you up to no good? Hang on. Are you or aren't you up to no good? Yes. No. I don't understand the question. Because it's not a yes/no question, is it? If she just said, "Are you up to no good?" I could have answered the question. If she'd then gone, "Aren't you up to no good?" I could have answered the question. But I can't answer the question. Yes. There we go. Hello. Yes, you are, or yes, you aren't. You're a tricksy one, all right, aren't you? I shall have to keep my eye on you. And I've only got one eye, I think. I don't know. It's one single slit, but there may be two eyes lurking behind. All right, inspection over. Everybody back to work. Savour another day of rehabilitation, inmates.
You can count yourself lucky this time, 6207. Well, not that lucky. You've still got to head to the morning roll call. Phew, that was a clues one. Seems like we're safe for now, though. You should go and tell your friend the goo news.
Yes, I will tell him all about my goo news. I was up late last night, and I just kept on touching it, and eventually it gooed. Great poker face there, pal. Still, can't be a good sign that the Chief Inspector's shown up. We'll have to be extra careful now she's on the scene. Anyway, spill the beans. I did last night when I gooed. You're a terrible human being. Yes, I am. What did you get up to last night? I think I've explicitly told you what I got up to last night. Is the Hammerhood on side now? So, it's on our team. But we've got no way of telling him which walls to smash down.
Oi, you two. Stop flapping your jawbones and get to the yard. You're late for roll call. You know you're both been a little too comfortable around here of late. I reckon it's time you were reminded who's in charge. Let's see now. I know. Some time apart should do the trick. 6208, as of tomorrow, your bony bat will call cell block 2 home.
What?
Make the most of your time together, because come tomorrow, you boneheads will never see each other again.
Let's get moving, Felden. Looks like it's now or never. Oh, our escape plan has had to have its time elevated. Damn it, I wasn't ready to escape just yet. The full plan is not in place. But hopefully, we shall be able to improvise and make good our escape. Get to the chopper. Right, that's everyone from Block 3 accounted for. Someone from Block 2 tried to escape yesterday. Didn't get very far before we caught him, of course. His punishment should be starting soon. If you hear someone screaming from the High Priest's forgiveness, you know who it'll be. Let this be a lesson to you numbskulls. You cannot escape from Skelcatraz. Some of you may have seen the builder's boat moored at the dock. Maybe you thought you could use that to escape. Well, tough luck. Tomorrow it'll be sitting on the seabed. Abandon all your dreams of escaping and focus on your rehabilitation. Went a bit French at the end there, didn't it? Oh, you focus on your rehabilitation. Get to the chopper. 6208, I hear you'll be leaving us too. Just in case it didn't make it through that thick skull of yours, you'll be moving to Block 2 tomorrow. Enjoy your last day with your buddies from Block 3. We won't make you grow any more cabbages today. No, your task is to weed the entire area while coming to terms with how pathetic your own existence is. Ah. Well, my job is actually to escape today. Because obviously tomorrow, everything's falling apart. The boat, Malroth, everything's collapsing on top of one another.
Good job fooling the Chief Inspector. When I saw her checking your cell, my heart was in my mouth, which made my voice even stranger. But more important than that, how did last night go?
Pretty well.
You freed the Hammerhood, but can't get it to listen to a word you say. Well, that is a pickle.
Hey, lady, you know monsters, right? Surely you know how we can get it to dig where we want.
There might be one way.
Well, don't... Just carry on the conversation. I've got nothing else to do. Silly woman.
A long, long time ago, I saw the children of Hargon using a Hammerhood to build a temple of sorts.
They spend all that time moaning about building, but even they can't get by without it.
Well, anyway, when they put a wall in the wrong place and they needed it demolished, they put some sort of sticker on it, and the Hammerhood would attack it at once. Any ideas, 6207? If you think of anything, perhaps you could use that sewing station to make a few.
I've got something. I've got you, Bane. Or something. What the fuck is the words of that song? I've got the U-bend. It's definitely not that, but it's one of those odd songs where I don't think I've ever known the actual lyrics to that song. Feel free to let me know if you can recognise it. Smashing sign. A placard to point out places that can be pulverised. Place on walls you want hammerhoods to destroy. Superb. I don't know if I can make smashing signs. Give us a chance. Also, I have just realised. But in fairness, the computer has been very good today. It's strange. Sometimes it's a devilishly good little boy. And other times it starts kicking up a fuss by whirling the fans all over the place. Cord and grass fibre. We can have a shed load of these bad boys. I don't think we need anything else, so I'm just going to craft 100 of these signs. Now, some people may say, 100? That's overkill. I say, get smashing. Get absolutely smashed. Smashed out of your skull. That's right. That's what you want to do.
Oof, those really are some smashing signs. Pop one of those on any wall you want the hammerhood to break through and it'll start smashing away.
Excellent. Everything. It sounded like you were down a well or something there with that laugh, Malroth. You alright? You were only stood next to me and yet it sounded quite echoey. Everything's finally coming together. We can finally get off this dumb rock. That said, what's the deal with Skelkatraz anyway? How does it fit in Hargon's plans? It's not as if his teachings are actually being enforced here. More than a few of the guards seem happy enough to build stuff. Everyone might know his name, but I'm starting to think this Hargon punk isn't all what he's cracked up to be.
What? I can't say I agree with you there. The real Hargon passed away a long time ago, but back in the day they say he had the whole world under his thumb.
Interesting. Hey, Feldin, didn't you say something similar a while ago?
And what's more, even though he's long gone...
Hargon? More like... shit.
This world of ours still seems to be shrouded in all lies. As far as I can remember, Hargon and the Master of Destruction he summoned were defeated by 3 heroes, the Scions of Erdrick. But nobody here, not the monsters, not the prisoners, not even the most devout of the children, seems to have any clue about any of that. I'm from a town named Burrowell, you know. One day I was walking in the mountains that lead to Renderak when I got lost in a snowstorm. As I was trying to make my way through the blizzard, I stumbled upon a hidden valley, one that was strangely familiar and unlike anything I'd ever seen.
Ha, I'll give it to you, lady. You know how to tell a tall tale, all right. Huh, why don't you come with us? You can tell us how the story ends as we sail away into the sunset.
I'm sorry, but I'll be staying put. If you succeed, your story will become a beacon of hope for everyone in here. But if I went with you, there'd be no one left behind to tell your tale. 6207. No. Veldin. Farewell, my dear. In the nicest possible way. I do not want to see your face on this island ever again. I know that you can escape from this place, and I know that one day you'll tear apart the tissue of lies that shrouds this world in darkness.
You have been locked in a tissue of lies, and you don't even have an alibi. What's that? An alibi? What was that all about? Not the 9 o'clock news, that's what that was all about. It was a sketch from Not the 9 o'clock news, Malroth. Don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Old Molly's bedtime story hour completely sidetracked us from the mission at hand. We need to escape. It needs to happen tonight. Tomorrow I'll be stuck in Block 2 and our boat will be mast deep in the briny, and then we can kiss freedom goodbye. As soon as I'm back in my cell, I'll dig as far into the floor as I can. Use those smash-in signs to have the Hammerhood take care of the rest. For now, let's just relax on our favourite bench and wait for sunset one last time. Okay. Your eyes are lies. Now that, however, is... a patisserie of lies. I missed that bit. But that's Fast Show, isn't it? That's the old black one again, isn't it not? I might be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that is the old black. Or no. Was it? Yeah, Your Eyes Are Lies, and I think he said several others that sort of rhymed with that as well. Willing to be proven wrong, though. Yes, it is. Marvellous. I was not proven wrong. And it makes me happy not being proven wrong. Anyway, that is all from Skelkatraz this week. Next week, we'll probably... My Eyes Are Pies. That's the one I was considering was something to do with pies, anyway, I was thinking of. My eyes are pies, and yours are lies. I see. There we go. I understand now. I understand. So we'll have our 5-minute breaky. 5-minute-ish, I suppose. Doesn't always have to be 5-minute. Can be, dry minute, vier minute. Might even be sex minute. It's when you have sex with a tiny penis. I've got my minute one out for sex, please. Sex was 6 in German, if you were wondering. Precisely why that cropped up when I was counting, because I was doing pseudo-German and then actual German. Anyway, forgetting that nonsense, we'll have a little breaky. I'll be back in 5 for some Graveyard Keeper, which should be quite entertaining, I'm sure. See you in a moment or two. Zombits Trouble. This is what the track's called, if you were wondering why I suddenly said that out loud. There you go, it's come up in the chat as well. Always lovely. Anyway, back in 5.